Hey, what's going on? My name is Trogdor and welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are once again playing in the PTL. This is our third week and we've got quite a battle going in. So, quick recap. This is week number 3. I am currently 1-1 with like a -1 differential. So my standings in the league are kind of like medium low. Like I'm in the bottom half of the league right now. Basically there's some people doing extremely well and of course some people doing not quite as hot as I am. So a win would be really great right now, but literally not the end of the world at all if we lose, you know. There are people like, you know, who anyway, basically what I'm trying to say is a win would be nice right here. So I think we can do it. If you have not yet done so, please go check out my team builder. I go over my team like kind of in depth and my general strategy going in here. Quick recap. Spadef Aegis Slash, support Ninetales, run over everything Sand Slash, Scarf Latias to outspeed and KO Mega Beedrill. Support Galvantula with Sticky Webs and there to do huge damage to the likes of Milotic, and Braviary to get as many KOs as possible. Because as I mentioned in my team builder, Braviary is here because I want Braviary to get as many KOs in this game as possible. It's kind of like a long shot, and if like that doesn't end up working out, it's not going to work out. But currently in the MVP race, Braviary is like, as of week 2, I want to say like number 5, definitely in the top 5. So doing super well for my team for a super low budget Mon makes me extremely happy. But that's priority number 2. Priority number 1 is to win, and we've got a solid team, as I mentioned. So I'm going up against Ellie in the Shanghai Dreigons, and wow, what a scary team. I of course went over this in my team builder, but it's like a ridiculously scary team. There's huge offensive threats like Hydreigon, Jirachi, Mega Beedrill. Even Piloswine is an offensive threat. Even Rotom, like regular Rotom, is an offensive threat to me. And then there's things like Blaziken, which are Z users that can just like dish out a ton of damage. And then there's the likes of Milotic, Aromatisse, Chestnut, Piloswine. They wall me so hard. Milotic, there's like nothing on my team that can clean Oko Milotic without a Z move right now. So I'm really expecting that to give me trouble. Aromatisse also gives me a lot of trouble. There's just so much on Ellie's team that does a ton of damage and prevents me from, you know, getting a bunch of huge momentum and all that crap. Anyway, let's get right into this battle, and we're gonna see what Ellie decided to bring. Based on the team composition, different things will work. Sometimes my like Pale core will work, sometimes Braviary and Galvantula will work, maybe Latias will put in a ton of work, we'll see. So Ellie decides to bring, we see here on this screen now, Hydreigon, Piloswine, Jirachi, Chestnut, Mega Beedrill, and Blaziken. First thing I notice, there's no Milotic, which I'm thinking like, okay, that made my life just so much easier. Second thing I noticed, Hydreigon and Piloswine, they obliterate my team. Like, no joke, Piloswine, I want to say, hits everything for just about super effective damage. Ice Shard, like, will do some serious damage to Latias and Braviary, and Earthquake hits a ton of things. Hydreigon, again, demolishes me. I'm so afraid of Hydreigon. It just does so much damage. If it's like a Scarf set, it can just get a surprise KO on everything. If it's like a Life Orb set, I just have no clean switches into it. Jirachi, I have no idea what that thing can do. It can do so many things. Could be like a setup Calm Mind, could be like a Trick Scarf Rocks. There's just so many things Jirachi can do. It's making me a little worried there. Blaziken is there. And 4 of my 6 Mons are weak to fire. The other 2 can get hit really hard by just about any move that it can do. So it's sitting there looking pretty scary, which is like, uh-oh. And then Chestnut. I was kind of iffy about Chestnut being there, but I'm, not too worried about that. I can do a lot of damage with it depending on what I want to do. So based on that team, my plan of action right here is go for the Braviary sweep. Just get... I think I'm looking at this and it's like, you know what? Braviary can get all 6 kills. Let's do it. Blaziken, Beedrill, Chestnut, Brave Bird them all to death. Hydreigon and Piloswine will take huge damage from Superpower. And then I've got Shadow Claw for Jirachi. So there's... if I play my cards right, there's a really good chance that I can get that done. So Galvantula, Webs, immediately. That's my play. I have the immediate switch into Jirachi with Aegislash. Blaziken, I have no idea what I'm going to do about that. Something might have to get sacked. But like I said, like Braviary can revenge it if I get the webs up. So, plan of action, get webs up, do lots of damage. Let's see how this goes. So, Beedrill comes in first as Galvantula does. So it's like, okay, this could just do a huge amount of damage right away. So I need to get on my webs. It's okay if I go down to my stash and then have to sacrifice Galvantula immediately. That's totally fine. We just, you know, like I said, webs immediately. So Beedrill goes for Toxic Spikes, which I thought was a little bit confusing because, let's see, Braviary is immune, Aegislash is immune, Latias is immune, Galvantula is already here, and then it only hits Galvantula and Ninetales. So, okay, I guess, but might have been a misclick. I don't know. So U-turn brings me down to my stash. That is fine as Piloswine comes in on a predicted Thunder because that's what does the most damage to the Beedrill. So I did some calcs, and if it's like a defensive Piloswine, I need like 40 to 60%. I need it at like less than half health for Braviary to KO with Superpower. And that's, you know, I'm going to be taking Ice Shard damage, but I need Piloswine to be a little bit lower than this. So yeah, Giga Drain, glad I put that on at the last minute. And I can get a little bit of damage before it goes for most likely Earthquake on me right now to take out Galvantula. That's fine. So Ninetales comes in. Right now I see the best way to do a ton of damage to Piloswine is to get Sandslash in. And if I can pick up another couple KOs with the Hail Up, cool. That's awesome. So Ninetales comes in. I'm going to go for the Aurora Veil just because why not? That's what I do. And as Piloswine goes for the Stealth Rocks, I'm thinking I can Encore this and get a safe switch into anything and maybe even set up with Sandslash as it comes in. Because like I said, I've got the Swords Dance and the Ice Stone on Ninetales to make that last even longer. So I'm thinking right now I can get a mini sweep with Sandslash if I do this correctly. If I get this Piloswine Encored into Stealth Rocks, if I go into Sandslash, live a hit from basically anything and get a Swords Dance, I could be in an immediately amazing position in this battle. So I go ahead and Encore this. It goes into Stealth Rocks. Of course, you know, it can't get multiple layers of rocks up. Take some toxic damage, but that's okay. As I go into my Anime Hair, I take them damage, and Ellie goes straight out into Blaziken, which, yeah, makes sense that, you know, you'd switch because Piloswine can't do anything. So like I said, I don't have a switch into this thing right now. Luckily, I do have the, what do you call it, Aurora Veil up, and my speed is supersonic thanks to the Slush Rush and the Sticky Webs. So I'm calcing to see whether or not I can safely get up a Swords Dance, and even behind the Aurora Veil, Blaziken is still doing like 700 point, like just a ton of damage, like 700% with a Flare Blitz. So I don't want that to happen. Even a Mach Punch, I can live, but not so well because of that 4 times weakness. So my play right here is to go for the Earthquake, and because, yeah, I just can't safely set up even behind the Aurora Veil, which is ridiculous how much damage I take from fire moves. Wow. So yeah, Hail does damage and stuff like that. It's leftover, so no Z move, but I clean Oko with Earthquake. Wow, Sandslash is actually pretty good. So Piloswine comes in, which was my originally intended target, but right here I just decide, like, heck, let me go for a Swords Dance because I've still got 4 more turns of Hail, so that means potentially 3 more KOs immediately. So I could be up like 5-4, no, 5-2, something like that. So yeah, I got up my SD because that way, like, you know, Beedrill's not living ahead, Chestnut's living ahead, Hydreigon's not. Yeah, it's just I do super effective damage, and at +2 I basically OHKO the rest of Ellie's team when my hail's up, but it will eventually go away, so it's not a clean, like, you know, it's not a clean sweep from Sandslash. So Piloswine goes for Earthquake. It does a little bit of damage as I go for an Iron Head and OHKO that. So now with Piloswine gone, Braviary wins. If I can get it in safely, it'll just like, well, maybe I still don't know the Jirachi set, but I still have Aegislash to switch into the Jirachi immediately. I'm not so worried about the hazards because like my game is to be more offensive and not worry so much about like my things taking a ton of damage. So yeah, like Sandslash being at 34% is just as scary as it was when it was at like 90. So Chestnut comes in and I'm at +2, so I go for an Ice Punch and OHKO the Chestnut. So that happened. And then Hydreigon comes in. So I have one more turn of Hail. So I'm thinking like, you know what, I'm just going to be safe and go for the Ice Punch because I think after... So webs are up, but a Hydreigon is unaffected by webs. I do believe that if it's Scarfed, it might be able to outspeed me. I think I made this speed to outspeed Scarf Adamant Jirachi, but this could be like some Scarf Timid Hydreigon. So I'm just going to Ice Punch to be safe. You could go for Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Focus Miss, whatever you like. So, but Ellie ends up switching into the Jirachi, a very smart play, because after that damage, my Hail will go away, and I can outspeed and OHKO this with Earthquake. So I save Sandslash in the back because there's no reason to let it go down, as it goes for Thunderbolt on my Aegislash, which that does not a lot of damage. I do some calcs and that is not invested, so more likely than not, that is a Spadef Jirachi, I want to say. That's just my best guess for it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a really big Shadow Ball, which it goes for, you know, the Calm Mind, and even after that, I'm still doing a lot of damage. This is not a winning battle for Jirachi, but I still don't want to, like, you know, take unnecessary damage. So I go for my King's Shield to get into defense position, because, yeah, Shadow Ball would have just, like, done way too much. So as Jirachi goes for the Wish, I go for the Shadow Ball and take it out. I believe both Beedrill and Hydreigon are at full health right now, so that Wish is not going to go anywhere. But right now, I am up 5-2. And with Aegislash alive, I can, well, it's not really doing much to either of those two mons anymore. So it's like, Aegislash did its job. Sandslash just did an amazing job. So it's like, it's looking really good for Braviary, which interesting that my intention was to get like as many KOs as possible, and now the maximum is like 2, but that's okay. So I expect Hydreigon to come in right now, and it does, and like it just hits me for so much damage right now. Flamethrower, so no Fire Blast, so Ellie is always hitting me, but I'm Spadef, and that does, like, it's not doing half, and Sacred Sword is doing more than half. But I'm gonna have to be really careful with how I play my King's Shield right now, because yeah, Hydreigon reveals Roost, which is a little bit annoying. Flamethrower hits me for damage. I'm about to go for the Sacred Sword and then a Shadow Sneak. Hope maybe she'll go for a Roost on one of my Shadow Sneaks, but yeah, instead Aegislash goes down. That crit mattered so much, I said. And Latias comes in. So I can go for Draco Meteor right here, and then Draco again on the Beedrill. Ellie actually said GG in the chat at this time, and I was thinking, like, not quite. You don't know that I'm Scarfed, so I can't really clean KO both Hydreigon and Beedrill now, but it is looking very good in my favor. I'm still up 4-2. So I misplay and go for Thunderbolt, so I don't know why. I couldn't go for Psyshock on the Hydreigon, obviously. That's when I need to hit the Beedrill. I don't know why I didn't want to go for the Draco Meteor. That would have been a clean KO, but I would have been a -2, and I don't think that would have been killing the Beedrill. But then, of course, I can always switch into something else and then bring Latias back in. Or better yet, Braviary. But anyway, Dark Pulse, I managed to live that, and so yeah, I just switch into Ninetales because that's going to get up the Hail. And I can get up in a Roar Veil so that I can safely switch something in. But given that this Hydreigon like wasn't Scarfed or anything, I outspeed, so why not just pick up the KO with Ninetales with Moonblast right there? So that was pretty cool. And as Beedrill comes in, I don't know what this is gonna... So I thought that it was going to be faster than me, so I went for the Encore, which failed, but that was kind of funny. But it's, you know, of course at -1 because of the webs, which is affected by now. So yeah, the Roost failed, as I'm just going to go for the Encore again. I'm going to bring Ninetales back in to preserve differential a little bit, and just get the final KO with Air Force 1 right here. So yeah, the Beedrill goes for Roost, as I take even more damage from Hail and Rocks, but yeah, I KO'd Beedrill with Braviary, Brave Bird, which it says a crit right there, which, you know, come on. But, you know, in chat we're all like, yeah, crit mattered, Beedrill live, nah, crit mattered, which, yeah. So that, yeah, good game, Ellie. I was still kind of confused why you didn't bring things like Milotic and Aromatisse and Rotom, but later on Ellie told me that she wasn't very well prepared for Braviary because there are a lot of things on her team that just did a ton of damage, but unfortunately, like, the team that she brought was just super weak to it, so I just, yeah. Anyway, like I said, good game. I don't know if Ellie is uploading to YouTube or not, but anyway, I've got everyone's information down in the description, including the NSTL Twitter, my Twitter, and yeah, the links to all the coaches and stuff, including and all the shiny sprites I used on this really nice looking layout right here. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. If you've been enjoying the NSTL... Why did I say... No, it's not the NSTL anymore. That was the Noob Spicy Trash League. This is the PTL, the Tri-League, the Pokemon Tri-League. If you've been enjoying the PTL so far, you can subscribe to my channel, give this video a like if you liked it, and, you know, leave a comment down below if you want. But until then, I will see you guys later. More fun content coming to this channel. Alright, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.